bigger, so every time I come to the end of a line, and then I was there, you know, I have to remember where I am here, bottom of this page.
Okay, people, what you just saw is the use of paper music scores maybe going the way of the dinosaurs. Not quite, okay.
Totally,
so how long have tablets been used as scores?
I looked this up. The iPad was invented in 2010, and Fourscore, which was invented for the iPad, which is an Apple product, was invented in 2014. Now, what I have is not an iPad,
Right.
It's an Android. So there's another program that I use called Mobile Sheets Pro, this one here, and it's specifically for Android. So I can go to that, and here's all my music, and then I can set it into set lists, like here's the symphony music here, or all the choral society music I used for the recent members concert. Or I do, this is the triple piano concerto concert.
How many would you have on there? Or do you?
I think it's not exactly infinite, but I have not nearly reached the...
So there is a limit, okay.
I suppose so. You could also sort by composer, which I haven't done really. And then recent would just be, I just played that Galliard. So that's the last thing I played. And before that, I did this Brahms thing. And before that was something else. So it can sort it in lots of different ways, but it's very handy. I can just go to the choral society list, and then I can edit the list for program order. Okay, so this was the program order here. And if I need to add something or take something away, like I can take away that one, okay?
Yep.
Or this one.
So it's basically an app.
It's an app. Yeah, it is basically an
Yep.
app. Yeah.
And then the foot pedal work that you were showing us, that's Bluetooth. And what does that do? Turn the pages?
It does,
Yep.
thank God. Yes, yes, it does. Now, iPads tend to be very consistent. For example, going back to that one piece that I just played, the Galliard. Okay, so I can tap down here and the page will turn. But on my little tablet, for some reason, after I tap it a few times, it doesn't feel like tapping anymore. So that's just unacceptable in a concert situation. So one of my students two of my students have these long before I did. And one of them got this fancy little duo air turn thing. It doesn't come with the pad, it doesn't come with the program. It's
another device, yep, okay.
Got it at Guitar Center, and this little blue light tells you that it's connected to Bluetooth to that.
Okay.
So if I press this side, it'll turn, you can see up here,
Yep.
it'll turn the pages. Now, if I need to turn back, I push the other pedal, like that,
Yep.
okay? Now, this all seems very easy to do, and it will do other things too, but this is the only thing I'm asking it to do,
Okay.
so I haven't explored the other things. But, you know, it'll do a few things for you. I think if you Bluetoothed it to keyboard with lots of sounds, I think you could also tap it to change patches on a keyboard setting, you know, like the keyboard itself, different sounds. I haven't used it for that. The problem with playing the piano is, of course, your one foot is always using a pedal anyway.
True.
So I find that when I'm in a nervous situation, sometimes I accidentally pedal this one instead of that one. So this can create problems. And one of the questions that you had asked prior was, do I worry about that? And the answer is yes, I do. And I actually have to practice when's the best time to turn the page. Like, for example, in this piece here, I have to turn it there, which I really don't like because I'm too busy.
Yes.
But here, for example, that's not too hard. So that's an easy spot. That's an easy spot to turn. But sometimes it's kind of crazy to try and turn this. And if I turn it wrong, and then I got to try, oh my God, where is my, oh my God, where is it? Where is it?
been using it?
I think I got it last summer.
Okay,
maybe.
so you're not,
No.
you know, I never said who you are, although I think people should know who you are. This is Catherine McMichael,
Hello,
a
yeah.
local composer and pianist.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
so you're new to it, okay.
I am new to
yeah,
it. And,
Yeah,
when I first started using it, I mean, you do have to, it's like anything else, there's a learning curve. And
Yeah.
I do not feel like I have crossed over the hump yet on this. Because, for example, on this same Choral Society concert, here's a piece that there's a DS, which means you have to turn back a couple of pages.
Oh, Lord.
So from here, I had to go back to,
Yeah, oh.
and that meant like I had to turn back 6 pages, and I thought, I can't do that. Now, there's probably a setting that would allow me to do that. But honestly, if I can get those pages out there, I know that they will be set. So I'm kind of in this, sometimes yes and sometimes no. It kind of depends on the situation.
Correct.
For the page turns. This is a great tool. It's not 100% great. For iPads, and I have not found this for this yet, you can get a pen. You can get a little pen.
Yeah.
That you can actually make notes like.
That's what I was going to ask, because a
Yeah.
lot of players, composers, etc., want, or maybe the conductor said, I want blah, blah, blah. So that is possible on some devices.
This is not that.
Okay.
This is very cumbersome. I have to go there, and I have to then get my pen, and then I have to make it bigger.
Oh, you can do it. It's just that it takes
can be-
forever.
It can
Yeah.
be done. If I want, to put a dynamic marking, I can write it in with my finger, but to my knowledge, there's no
Pen thing, yeah.
pen thing for this. Now,
There
maybe
will be.
there is.
There will be, yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
so.
So what are the pros and cons?
Okay.
I mean, for me, I am terrified. Do you fear that right in the middle of the concert, the Bluetooth will go out or your iPad will croak? Sheet music is not going to,
No, it's
Yeah.
not going to go anywhere. It's going to be there.
Yeah.
Yes, I really always have reservations about relying on technology in a concert situation. In a rehearsal, that's fine.
Oh,
But
sure,
in a concert
absolutely.
situation, it's got to be there.
but you did it at a recent concert out at SVSU.
Yeah, I've done it.
Yeah.
I've done it at several concerts. But the first few times I had it, I did not trust myself, and I didn't trust technology, and I didn't trust my foot. Honestly,
Well,
I didn't
that
trust my
too,
foot.
yeah.
But I get a lot of music from people, like from the symphony, I get Dropbox stuff, and from chamber musicians, I'll get their music in a PDF. And so I used to have to print it out and tape it together. Now I can just, in fact, I can show you, because I sent myself something. I can take a, let me just get to my, okay, AOL. So that's my email, I know, antiquated. But here is my new mail, and oh my gosh, it'll be fine where I sent it, because I give me all this junk here. Let's see. Edit this part out. Here, me. Okay. So I sent myself a PDF of a piece. There it is right there. So what I can do is open it, downloading it. I'm going to open it, and it automatically goes to my Mobile Sheets Pro.
Wow.
So there it is.
So that's what I was asking. How do you get them from?
Yeah.
So you literally, any score in the world, you could get a PDF of and upload it.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's very handy because
Yeah.
it saves me a lot of printing of paper.
Yep.
And plus, for example, if someone's in Hong Kong or
There
something,
you
and
go.
they're sending me music, then I've got immediate access to it, and at least I can get to work on it.
How does this get around royalty rights? When you buy sheet music, you pay for it, correct?
Well, I do. And the thing is, if you buy something, say from Sheet Music Plus, which I do quite a bit, you can buy it as a PDF, and I have, and then you can just download it to your tablet.
Okay, so you still have to buy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
You still have to buy it.
yeah, okay.
You still have to buy it. At various places, for example, I'm a handbell ringer, and the AGEHR, or the American Guild of English Handbell Ringers, now the Handbell Musicians of America, anyway, they have a very strict tablet policy. You have to get permission from the publisher to put your bell music on your tablet, and you have to show that you have bought the original bell music. I mean, like, actually have the sheet music. I'm hoping hoping that will change. It's a
Yeah,
little
well,
cumbersome.
eventually, yeah.
But various places have different policies about it. The symphony's never made any issue of it. They send me a Dropbox file. I can access the file. I can put it on my tablet and get practicing on the piece.
Okay.
So it is here, and it's here to stay.
Do you ever foresee an entire orchestra being tablets?
Probably. I mean, maybe not right away, but my guess is things have changed so much in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
With the use, simply with the use of smartphones and you know, the scrolling technology that we have now. It's hard to imagine that it won't eventually take over. It probably will.
Wow, isn't that interesting?
Yeah, it is very interesting, and
Can you imagine what Beethoven, etc. would?
I would probably love it because it would really make things a lot easier.
Yeah, right.
You know, and I think about all the actual sheet music encased in music libraries,
Yeah.
symphony libraries, and so forth. It's hard to imagine that sheet music will go completely away. It is very handy for things like I described.
Yeah, the 6
CBS and so
pages,
forth.
yep.
But for transportation purposes, to be able to get music to somebody and then for them to have instant access, it is a great step forward.
Yeah. What are the cons?
Well, the cons are you're depending on
Yep.
this,
Yep.
and that is a big con. In fact, I had to make sure this was charged up and my pedal was charged up for this morning. You
Yep.
know, and people have, you know, forgotten to charge stuff up. You know, or interestingly enough, when I go to Choral Society rehearsals like I will tonight, a lot of people have their Bluetooths on, and so when I try and connect to my pedal, I've got like I don't know, about 16 different Bluetooths are all trying to get connected.
That's
to
why
me.
I ask about a symphony orchestra.
Yeah,
What
it
would
would
that do with 80 players?
You know what? I think they're going to have to figure out something with channels or something,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
or like some sort of identity.
Yep.
That
Like they do with microphones and
yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
that
Okay.
links them
Yep.
to the tablet. But problems come and then solutions follow. So
Yep.
there will probably be a solution to this stuff. But right now there are a lot of competing electronics in a room that it's hard for this little tablet to filter out. So and then it'll say cannot connect, and I'm like, you know, oh no. But then I sort of persevere, and it does. So that's the major con, and especially if you're a musician, you are not by nature necessarily technologically adept, nor do you want to be.
Don't you want to
I
be.
just want it to work.
Yeah.
Just work.
Just work.
Now some people love that, and they're messing with it, and they just want it to be, oh, this is fun. How can I make this better? That's not me. I want to open it up. I want to hook that up. I want to make it work, and I want to be able to see it. So.
Do you always have a backup at this point? Because it's kind of.
Actually, I didn't. I mean, for a lot of the Choral Society
Okay.
pieces, I never actually got hard copy.
Okay.
I just got this stuff.
And then you do the same thing with the things you compose. You create a PDF and ship it to wherever who wants it, type thing.
Yes, I usually make it an option. People can always get hard copy from me.
Yeah.
But I sell a lot of music internationally, and I can
That's what I
send
was thinking,
something
yeah.
to Denmark
Yep.
Like today.
Yeah.
And they'll get it today.
Yeah, yeah.
And we're not paying postage, and
Yeah.
it's immediately there. And then
All
they
the
can,
printing costs.
yeah, and they can print it out on their end if they want, or they can just look at it on a tablet.
But right now, you don't know how many pieces you could store on that app, but you've got a lot on there, I take it.
I'm nowhere near the limit, I'm sure.
Wow.
I don't know. I mean, I suppose I could go into the manual and look, but
But would you just guess how many you have on there? Both.
right now it tells me.
Okay.
I've got 163.
Okay, not that many. Okay, so not all of your work is on there yet.
Some people have 5,000 pieces on
Oh
their
my
iPads. I'm not kidding. I mean, everything they're doing, you know, if you're an orchestra musician and you play in several orchestras and you teach and you are doing chamber music, I mean, it's easy to see how you could add 100 pieces in the course of 6 months to your tablet.
Now, this is probably too technical a question, but I just thought, okay, if I was traveling, that thing would be taped to my body, right? Okay.
Yeah.
But if you went somewhere and lost it, is just a matter of tapping into that app And it would be there for you?
Well,
Oh, you don't know.
That is a very good question.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
I don't even want to
No,
contemplate.
yeah.
But I suppose if I really don't know.
No. I would have suspected it is, but we're not going to worry about it, okay?
I downloaded, don't really, now I'm going to lose sleep, but the app is just on my tablet, and I don't have I don't have a password or a login for this. I just downloaded it and started loading.
I think it would be available, but don't count on it, okay?
I don't know.
That would be the beauty. That would be the beauty.
That's now I'm going to really worry about that.
I got to think that they thought of that because it's going to have people lose tablets or they're stolen or whatever.
They do.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works. Oh, now, a whole new thing to think about on Monday.
What's been the hardest? I think you've already answered it. The hardest thing for you is the foot pedal because you already use a foot pedal.
Yeah. For me, it's feeling confident about my own ability to manage the foot because your hands are so busy. Now, I've seen a lot of chamber musicians, such as a violinist, they tap. But, when I've got both feet going, it can be a little disconcerting, and I have to really think about it. I suppose if I were a harpist with really good feet, maybe that would be a tough instrument to manage the foot pedal, but they could really use it because, they're busy, both hands, both feet.
Yeah.
Walk over here and tap that thing. I don't know. That to me is the hardest thing about it.
I can see how, I didn't think of it until we're talking that, yes, you already use foot pedals, as does a harpist, as does an organist, as does,
I don't think you could use this on organ, but
I doubt it.
Maybe there's another kind of system that you could do by blinking your eyes at it or something. I don't know. This works for my purposes, and
So where in the wildest dreams do you see it going, or where would you like to see it go?
Actually, my son Nathan has been thinking about, wouldn't it be great if in a symphony orchestra setting, let's say, and the conductor gives a direction to the first violins, change a bowing or something, but the concertmaster could do it, and then everybody's was just magically changed.
Oh, yeah.
If there was some kind of a network that you could make that bowing change or a fingering change, and then everybody, all 17 players, immediately have that change.
That's just software. That's easily done. Yeah. It's just going to take, you've got to have software writers that understand music and what you need, don't you? Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, if I think this will play back, if I could, eventually if you could play into it, and it could, notate, but that's a whole other thing. That's a sequencing app that would turn into printed music. But.
And you're not limited on how long each file is. So in other words, you can have a hour-long symphony on a file.
Well, I downloaded Fuad's Krupa score.
That's 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes. It was something like 37 or 38 full pages, and was able to look at that. So I don't know. I have not hit the ceiling on this one, I suppose.
I don't see it. Do you see a conductor ever using that?
Oh yeah,
Really?
Jeremiah uses it for choral society. Yeah.
To conduct?
Yeah. He made the switch about 2 years ago. He says, I'm going to just make myself use the iPad, and he does.
Oh wow! And they would have a foot pedal too.
He doesn't need that because he's conducting.
And he can touch. Okay.
But if he were, I mean, yes. I mean, we certainly could incorporate a foot pedal into it, but he doesn't need to do that.
Now, what I'm looking at is here, the sheet music on the right is really big type. The one on the you're not iPad. The tablet is not. Is visual size a problem, or can you blow it up, or?
Well, the only blow up that so here would be this. That's pretty small, and when I do it sideways like that, it's.
Oh,
bigger.
that's not bad.
And it's certainly legible. I mean,
Yeah,
it's not quite as big as this, but it's okay. And so I can do that. That's why I got this pencil here.
Oh, I wondered what that was.
Because I don't want it to slide off, and it could very easily. Now, when I do the foot pedal here, it's okay, but occasionally it changes it like right here. I don't
Oh.
really see everything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so that's where practice comes in. I just have to know the piece well enough so that I don't need to see everything.
And I always thought when players put the whole sheet across your whole backboard there, that you're sort of looking ahead, but you're not, obviously.
You are looking ahead, and that's another kind of tricky thing that I have noticed. We all readers, all music readers, you're looking at this, but you're also looking
That's
at
what
that, and
yeah.
you're also kind of looking back
Yep.
at that.
Okay.
In fact, they did a very interesting survey of music readers, good music readers. And they had them sight read, and they had some kind of electrodes or something, I don't know, attached to their eyes, or they could somehow track where they were looking. And you'd think that people go like this, but they don't. They go here, 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 here. I mean, it's all this zigzag because you are not only reading, but you're also comparing.
Yeah.
And that is a somewhat of a challenge because if I turn my page, I can't go back and see what I did. Now, it's true on this too, but on here the pages turn every half page, and so there's less to refer back to. So
And that just may be a matter of changing the way you think and see too, I suppose.
you
So,
just have to
yeah.
practice it a certain way. I mean, like, okay, I better memorize that spot. The Galliard, for example, on those that I had to. There's a lot of notes and they're happening all the time. There's no real break.
Lord.
It was a little disconcerting.
Hold that up to the camera if you can, just to look at all those notes, folks.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
well, there's a flute line up there.
Yep, yep.
So when I turned here, I just had to, know what I was doing there. Now, cool, fun thing is I can highlight things that I need to remember, like that, which I don't do on something
True.
like that. But I can put in fingerings. I've added accidentals. I can write myself notes, but I can't see what I just did.
Yep.
And that is a very interesting truth about reading. Is it's not really linear. It's actually.
Because I know as a reader, Well, we probably could talk about this all day, but.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm glad I've got one. It's very useful. I don't like using page turners because I don't trust them. And so now if the page turn is messed up, I have only myself.
I was going to say.
And, I've messed up my share of page turns. But the other thing is, I mean, if you're a performing musician, you know your music very well.
True.
And so
True.
as I'm like lost, I'm going, okay.
Okay.
There it is. Okay, I'm there. Okay, I can kind of find it, and you're thinking, okay, just keep playing.